This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What time is it here? Let's check the watch. About 9:43 a.m. in the morning. What am I riding today? I'm riding the Magicycle CT1 commuter bike. Yeah, I've been taking a lot of commuter bikes out lately, huh? Yes, I have. Yeah, this has been the year of commuter bikes, so why not, right? Now, you might have noticed that I don't have my long sleeves on. A couple reasons for that, which will be made clearer to you a little bit later. But yeah, it's a little chilly right now. Yeah, I think when I left the house, it was like 66 degrees out. Man, what a change. What a change. But you know, the thing is, it's going to get warmer later. And this ride that I'm doing is the last ride I'm going to do before I head out on my trip to California. Now, by the time you guys see this video, I probably would have been back from California already. Yeah, I was making videos ahead of you guys. I'm about 2 weeks ahead of you. So what you're seeing is actually something I recorded probably about 2 weeks ago. Yes, just prior to me leaving on my trip. I leave tomorrow. So I was thinking, what should we do for the final ride before I head out on the trip? Which will probably be the ride you'll see before I actually get back from the trip. Yeah, they're gonna cover all the time that I'm gone. You know, I suspended the Monday videos until I get back at least. And then 2 weeks after I get back, I'm heading out on another trip for another project, which we can't talk too much about. You'll see that when we get back of that, okay? So, yeah, I figured I'd do something a little bit different today. Something that is probably long overdue, because I've been getting lots of questions about it. I just haven't really paid that much attention to it. I'm going to let this guy go past me first here. But I'm going to show it to you today. So what is it that we're going to be seeing? Yeah, you're going to have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. That's the way it is. Now, here's another thing too. I'm not wearing my yellow vest today either. Why is that, Russ? Well, you're going to have to just wait and see. You're going to have to wait and see. So, where are we headed? Well, we're headed right now to where I usually do my e-bike reviews. You know, where I just kind of stand there and I'm going to beat this guy out because before he gets... Oh, he's turning. Okay, good. I wanted to get to this area before he got to this area. Yeah, we're heading to the area where I normally do my e-bike reviews, because then I can set up the bike and show you what it is I'm going to show you. Yeah, it's a nice day today. A little chilly. I wish I had something else on, but no, it doesn't serve the purpose of what we're planning to do today. Yeah, this is a little different video. It's not just about e-bikes. Okay, we're going to have to pass through here. Good morning. So, yeah, let's head over there. We're not that far from there. You know, I chose this spot to do e-bike reviews because I know a lot of people don't go down that area. Kind of dead ends over there. You know, if you walk down to that path area, you got to turn around and walk back because there's nowhere else to go. So, so people who've been in this area know, you know, don't even bother to go there. So that makes it perfect for me when I do my e-bike reviews, right? Yeah. But still, even so, there's usually one or two people who will walk past there, but not at least a whole bunch of people. That's the main thing. You don't want a lot of people there. I'll be taking a right turn here in a minute. All right, low turn here. You guys recognize this area. We always go down here. go down here for e-bike reviews. Yeah, so let's do it again. You know, they have a nice body of water here. I think it's just a retention pond or something. It's not like a lake you would fish out of, although I have seen people try to fish out of it. I wouldn't take any fish out of here. I mean, if you're just going to do it for the fun of doing it, that's another story, I guess. Yeah, let's move forward a little bit. All right, let's get off the bike. Let's swing the bike around here. Alrighty. Magicycle CT1. There you go. Alright, let me show you what the bike looks like. Yeah, pretty nice, huh? Yeah, what's that thing in the back there? Yeah, that's a tripod. Yeah, those bungee cords do come in handy. Alright, let me show you what I want to show you. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to show you guys. Yeah, people have asked me, he says, hey, how come we don't get to see you? Well, you know, I'm riding the bike, I'm behind the camera most of the time. So people say, well, what do we look like now? You know, now that you've lost 44 pounds. Yeah, still down 44 pounds at this point. Yeah, this is what I look like. I don't know if you remember what I looked like before, but yeah, this is what I look like. Hey, before, after shots. No before and after shots, but at least you get to see what I look like. This is what I usually wear when I do my YouTube videos, just so you guys can see that. Usually I have this bag here. I have my trusty recorder here. This is what I use to record my audio most of the time, right? So it's running right now, and that's connected to a transformer right here, which is connected to this wire right here, which goes to my lavalier microphone that's on the visor of the helmet. And that's how I'm able to get decent sounds. Now, you know that I tried to switch over to a transmitter and receiver, which is what's recording right now. This is why I'm able to step away from the camera. The microphone is standing right here. It could actually record by itself or send a signal to the camera, which is what it's doing right now. So what you're hearing at this point is the DJI Mic 2. Now, I found that using this thing, and we've been talking about this for the last couple weeks, is just not good for e-biking because you hear a lot of background noises going on all the time. Every time I'm riding, you can hear the tire noise. You know, if I have a big fat tire bike that has knobby tires, you can hear that. You can hear the trucks. You can hear the cars going past me. Everything is just too noisy. So I said, I need to go back to this microphone that's up here and back to this recorder. Now, I tried my best to get rid of this so that I didn't have connection to all this stuff. But the more I listened to it, I just said it's just not good enough. And many people have said too that they hear a lot more background noise. And so we're going back to this old system. Now, what about this wireless thing that's on my my GoPro chest mount? That is going to be feeding the camera at times like this through a transmitter, so I can actually get off and get away from the camera. I could walk around anywhere I want, and you're still going to get decent audio. Can't do that unless you have something connected, right? Or you can record here and then connect up later. The problem is that to connect the audio from this to the camera has to hear me still, because it synchronizes the audio from the camera to this, and if you're too far from the camera, you would never hear it, right? So it can't synchronize properly. So a transmitter and a receiver is kind of necessary. Now, having said all that, how often do I do that? I don't do that often, okay? But we're doing it today just so that you can see what I look like and see how things are done, okay? All right. Okay, we're gonna get back on the bike and we'll continue on. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, back out on the road again. Yeah, I thought it was about time to let you guys see what I look like after losing some weight and how I typically do my recordings. Yeah, I figured it was a nice day to do that. That's why I didn't wear the yellow vest, so you can see what I look like without all that stuff on, and so that you can see what the chest mount and everything looks like too. Now, why have we been talking so much about these technicalities of how to do things? Well, I don't know if you guys have been asking me about how do you do this, how do you do that, what stuff do you use, how do you do that, and So I figured, hey, why not? You know, we're just getting ready for our trip anyway. Let's talk about some of those things. Now, I don't usually carry a tripod with me. It's usually not on the rear rack, but that's one thing you could do. You know, you can carry a tripod and get off and talk. But a lot of my rides are, you know, like I said, I'm just out riding. You don't really need to see me, I don't think. You'd rather see the things that we're doing, right? At least that's what I think, unless I'm wrong. But Russ is never wrong. I told you guys that. And that's become a catchphrase for me, right? Russ is never wrong. Yeah, don't ever say Russ is wrong. Russ is never wrong. Told you guys that. All right, let's get back on the trail here. Oh, there we go. Nice. Get right back on again, right here. So anyway, in preparation for my trip, I've been packing everything up, trying to remember everything I need to bring. I've got to bring a bunch of recording gear, of course, because I'm doing a review out there. So all the stuff you saw is basically the things I'm going to have to bring. And then gonna have to bring my helmet too, because you know what you're hearing? That is the warning alarm for tornadoes. Yeah, we're very close to where one of the sirens are, so you'll hear it in the background. It goes off every Tuesday at 10 after 10, I believe, something like that. What time is it right now? Let's double check it. Oh, 10 o'clock, I mean. Okay, not 10 after 10. 10 o'clock. It goes off. Roughly 10 o'clock, I should say. It doesn't go on for long, but you'll hear it. And this is our tornado warning systems. That if there's a tornado, can you hear it? Now that horn spins around 360 degrees, so that's why we hear it for a while, and then we don't hear it for a little bit, then you hear it for a while. It just kind of spins around. And that warns you that, yeah, there's imminent danger. You need to take cover. That's gone off a couple times this year. Yeah, Mrs. Wright and I had to go into the basement just in case. Yeah, you need to take cover when that happens. Yeah, it probably won't happen to you, but you never can tell, right? So, now people have told me, since we're on that topic, let me say something about that. I've been in earthquakes and I've been in tornadoes, all right? Some people have told me that they would much rather be in an earthquake than in a tornado. Now, I've never experienced a tornado, although I have seen many tornado-type like things. Like, for instance, there's a thing called a water spout. Have you ever seen that? Yeah, off of Lake Michigan, I've seen that. I was up in Wisconsin. Yeah, the windows spin up so much that you'll actually pick up water and you'll see the water spinning around up in the air. It's the weirdest thing, but I actually took a photo of that. If I remember and if I can find the photo, I'll try to put it up for you so you can see it. But I've also seen a mini tornado type thing. We were playing baseball once on one of these, park fields. And, in baseball, you've got sand in the area there. Yeah, we saw that sand spinning around in circles. That's technically a tornado. Yeah, it's picking up stuff and spinning it around. But I've never experienced the full-blown tornado that many of us in the country have had. And that's so devastating, it's unbelievable. So I've never experienced that. But I have experienced earthquakes. Because I lived out in California for 8 years, and several earthquakes. Some were really quick and just, kind of shook for a little bit. One just kind of kept going, and then it was aftershock after aftershock for the whole day. It really kind of gets you really nervous. Yeah. So people have said that they'd rather do that than a tornado. because a tornado, it's extremely devastating. It just destroys everything in its path. So anyway, let me know in the comments below if you've ever gone through either a tornado or an earthquake, and if you've done both, which of the two would you rather be in if you were stuck having to get through one of them? Okay? Yeah. Now, I'm heading out to California tomorrow. Yeah, first thing on my mind was, are we going to hit an earthquake? A tornado earthquake. Yeah, tornado and earthquake. That would be bad. Are we going to hit a tornado or an earthquake out there? Can't get the tornadoes out of my mind. Because recently, in the last couple months, Southern California have had a couple, I don't know, were they around 4.0s? They've had a couple of earthquakes. I'm heading off towards the San Francisco area, and then for a weekend I'm heading down to San Diego. Then we're gonna go off to Vegas as well. So yeah, that was the first thing on my mind was, oh, I hope that doesn't happen. I really don't like the earthquakes. I think my sister's gotten used to them because she's been out there for so long. But nah, I'd rather not go through that. Yeah. I don't know which is worse, really, in reality, because, you know, I haven't had any one of those two things that was most devastating or anything. I remember, was it back in the 70s? I think it was back in the 70s when they had all those disaster movies. Do you remember those things? Yeah, Earthquake. Remember the movie Earthquake? Who was that? Charleston Heston, I think. Earthquake. They had that surround sound thing, and I think they called it Sense Surround, it was called, where they vibrated the entire theater with the big subwoofers and speaker systems made by Sirwin-Vega. The reason I remember these Sirwin-Vegas is because I told you guys we used to sell stereo equipment out of a stereo store. One of the brands we had were Sirwin-Vega. Yeah. Very high efficiency speakers, something like 101 to 103 dB sound pressure level. 1 watt, 1 meter. And if you know anything about stereo equipment, that is extremely efficient and loud. And that's what Sirwin-Vega was known for, was very loud and efficient speakers. Yeah, Earthquake. What else did they have? They had Poseidon Adventure, Jaws, all of these disaster movies, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a genre of movies that happened back in that time. Let's take the path. We're not going to go too far. I'm just going to finish a ride off here. And so, yeah, I just kind of thought about that. It's like, wow, I haven't thought about those things before. But yeah, the movie Earthquake. I remember going and watching that. I go, wow, that would be crazy to have to go through something like that. Yeah, and then I moved to California and went through a couple earthquakes. Yeah, we'll have to get past here. I'll hit them with a bell here. On your left. I'll mention to them again, just in case, you know. Yeah, so thinking of those disaster movies, which were your favorites? I remember when Jaws came out, nobody wanted to go in the ocean. They still don't. Think about all the shark attacks we've had lately this last year or two. Man, what's going on? Everything's happening to everybody. Yeah, Jaws. What else? Towering Inferno. Remember that movie? I remember that one. Poseidon Adventure. Yeah, what was that? Was that Shelley Winters? Yeah. Yeah, I remember all these movies. Yeah, it was around the time when they had the Kung Fu movies. Remember the Kung Fu movies? Bruce Lee, yeah. Bruce Lee movies. Yeah, here's an interesting thing. And we may actually show you something about Bruce Lee in an upcoming episode of Russ is Right. We'll probably do it on a Anything Goes Monday video. Here's a guy that I know. He's a black guy, but he's a martial arts guy, okay? And the guy speaks better Chinese than I do, okay? Yeah, he's a Kung Fu guy. So he took Kung Fu, and he was learning things like Wing Chun, I think, and his instructor was, I believe, a student of Ip Man. Remember Ip Man? Think about the movies, okay? We call him Yip Man because it's always been known as Yip Man. Somehow during the movie time they moved his name to Ip Man. IP Man. Ip Man. Morning. So his instructor was a student of that. And or his instructor was a student of the student, one of the two, something like that. I think his instructor was a student of that. And so we got to talking, and then he told me the story of his involvement with martial arts, and then how his instructor was taught by Ip Man. And so he also got taught some Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do is Bruce Lee's art. Bruce Lee created his own martial arts. And so I told him, well, hey, my grand uncle was a student of Ip Man and was there when Bruce Lee was training under Ip Man as well. So he was a classmate of Bruce Lee. He showed me a couple of moves in Wing Chun. I don't remember any of it, of course. And he was a practitioner of Wing Chun Kung Fu for, well, he still is. I mean, he's really old, but he still does it. He still teaches. So we were talking, and he was saying that, you know, a lot of people now claim to be students of Jeet Kune Do, but they're really not. He said they've kind of modified a lot of the stuff that Bruce Lee had taught. And he knows it because he's taught by the guy who was taught by Bruce Lee, right? He's taught by one of the students of the student or something to that effect. So he says, it really bothers him that some of the artists changed to the point that it's not really what Bruce Lee really said. So he asked me, he says, could we do a video to kind of highlight some of the things that have changed or some of the things that he thinks that people should know about Jeet Kune Do? I said, yeah, sure, why not? I told him, I says, anything goes Mondays is anything goes. That would be anything that goes, right? So maybe when I get back. Now I have some commitments I have to do before the second trip, so we may or may not be able to do it then, but definitely after the second trip we'll have time. We'll get together. We'll create a video, a little interview with him, and let him tell us what the changes are that he's noticed. So stay tuned for that, for any of you martial arts type guys. Let me straighten out the camera. I know the camera is always angled. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. I think the thing sits on my chest a little bit different all the time, and it always tilts to one side. Really bothers me too. I know it bothers you guys, but man, it really bugs me as well. I wish it wasn't like that, but sometimes it is, and I don't notice it. There's so many little technical things you got to remember to do to make things look better on your videos. Oh, I'll leave you with one more thing. Isn't it Steve Jobs that always had one more thing? Remember the guy I told you about that I saw a video about him? He's a Japanese guy. He's in his 50s going through midlife crisis. Remember that guy? Somehow his videos keep popping up on my feed. And I don't watch them because I don't really enjoy it. It's kind of depressing, quite frankly. But I did click on his channel just to double check it. Every video is about it. You know, I don't like Saturday. I don't like Monday. Here's why I don't like September. You know, I mean, does this guy like anything? I think here's the thing. I think he figured out that if he tells everybody he's a loser, and that's exactly what he calls himself, he's a loser, people are going to watch it. I wouldn't give the guy the satisfaction. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the videos. No, I think he's found out, you know, all I have to say is I'm in Japan, I'm a loser. People are going to watch it. They do. He's got a lot of viewers. So I'm going, hey, you know, all you have to do is come up with some gimmick I bet you he's not a loser. Hey, if he was a loser, he wouldn't be doing all the YouTube videos and making a bunch of money off of it. That's how I see it. All right, Russ, you're kind of bashing another YouTuber. Well, not really. I'm just kind of bashing the whole genre of what he's trying to do. Now, he'll probably watch a Russ is Right video and say, oh, he's bashing me. No, not bashing you. I'm just saying that you can find some better things to talk about than that, right? All right, so anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Alrighty, folks, I think that'll be it for today. I'm gonna get myself ready to leave on a jet plane tomorrow. Leaving on a jet plane, and then I will be back. By the time you finish seeing this video, I'll already be back, and we'll have some trike reviews for you probably right after this one, I would tend to think. I could do one more video as a buffer, but nah, why not? We'll just get back and immediately go right into the e-trike video. Yeah. Then I'll have pretty much be at the same timing as the rest of you guys. I still will need to be up and advanced by a couple of videos ahead of you all the time, because you never know. It could be cold, it could rain, you could never tell. So yeah, I'll always be a little bit ahead of you, but hopefully not 2 weeks ahead of you like I've been, for these past videos you've seen. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Stick around, we're gonna have some better videos coming out, especially the trike video will be interesting. I've never done an actual sponsored trike video until now. So, I'll talk to you guys next time.